What up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Kibba and Son, the podcast. We're about to start the show in a little while, but before we start the show, I want to give a special shout out to this beautiful cognac right here, Camus. Thank you very much for sponsoring the Ed Lover Birthday Extravaganza, not only in Atlanta, but in New York City, too. And a very special shout out to Aria Wright for putting it all together along with my man Dan Tanner and everybody else that worked on the Ed Lover special birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a stone cold groove, baby. And if you missed it, that means you wasn't invited, okay? That's all you need to know. Killer and Son. And a special shout out goes to Angel Ray. And a special shout out goes to Paula at Main Event. Y'all check this cognac out. It is very, very, very tasty. Camus. Yes, you can. Now, let's get into it. Killer had said John Morant. John Morant was on his own live in a strip club singing along to a song, and then he flashed the gun.
Bro, what are you doing with your life, bro?
Killer had said, everybody out there is telling you, man, that thug life ain't gonna get you nowhere. He's already alleged to get into a fight with a 17-year-old who he punched several times, and then he gonna say it was self-defense on a 17-year-old in the pickup game in Memphis, Tennessee?
What do you? I thought you said you want to be a great. I thought you said you want to be the best, but you don't act like you don't move like you.
Killer had said, what is wrong with you, John Morant?
What the fuck are you doing?
You're about to be a super duper star in the NBA, and you want to choose this thug life. Not to mention the scrap you and your people and your father almost got into with Uncle Shannon Sharp. Killer had said, John Morant,
Get your shit together.
Killer had said, you a star, son. Get your life together. Come on, son.
Raphael on the track.
Come on, son. 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 It's Come On, Son, the podcast. I'm Ed Lover, man. Welcome to the show. Listen, y'all, I told y'all before, I don't know if it's your first time watching this, but I told y'all I only fuck with people that I find interesting, that I think that you will find interesting. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, some shit went viral when somebody did a reality show and they stared Puff the fuck down. Now, you might remember the stare because you used the stare as a meme or you used the stare as something on your social media, right? But what you don't know is this brother got a hell of a voice. Straight out of Detroit, Michigan. Give it up for Elijah Connor, y'all. Come on now, y'all. Hell yeah. What up, B? What up? What up? What up? First time I saw you, I was like, OBJs. I thought you was Odell Beckham Jr., my nigga.
Man, I get that shit.
You get it all the time,
bro.
Have you ever met him?
No, but he DM'd me when the shit went viral. Like,
Oh.
I'm tired of people thinking I'm you.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
What did that very moment do for you, or how did you come to that moment where you felt like you was gonna stare this shit down?
Man,
Because that's some Detroit shit.
I mean, you know, Detroit. I mean, we don't back down, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, whether you're Diddy or the president of the United States, you know what I mean? Because we earn our shit.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it's a quote that they say: if you can make it in Detroit, you can make it anywhere.
Right.
You know, and I'm a firm believer of that. But no, I just went on the show, sung my ass off, and I'm saying to myself, like, yo, I had already saw interviews where Diddy had told Miguel he wasn't gonna make it. From what I understand, he said to Drake too, he wasn't hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they some of the biggest stars today. So when I heard that, I'm saying to myself, you just let these people go through who can't even sing half as good as me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I know, you know, I'm not even mad. You know, I thank God for Diddy because do you know who the winner of the show was?
No.
My point exactly.
But we remember you.
I didn't win the show, but I won the show.
Absolutely. And that's, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. How did Detroit shape the singer that you are?
Oh, man. Let's start with Motown. Motown, you know, Martha Reeves is my godmother.
Get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
man. Yeah, man. So I grew up just seeing all this take place.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the thing is that Motown, you're just taught, you know, Motown. What do you come out of Motown? You got a church on every corner and a liquor store on every corner.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The liquor store is across the street from the church.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So the crazy thing is that Detroit teaches you how to sing without the gimmick, you know, without being able to dance. Nigga, stand there and make the church mother move.
Right.
If you can do that, you can go.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it take a lot to make them move. They'll stand there and just stare at you, man.
Detroit don't give a fuck.
You know what I mean? So,
No.
I mean, but Motown, man, from Berry Gordy to Aretha Franklin, I mean, respect to Atlanta and New York, but Motown, it paved the way for so much, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And,
You talking about some of the greatest singers that ever sang.
Man.
Those on that label.
Man.
You know, you talking about Diana Ross
Yes.
Supremes, you talking about David Ruffin and the
Temptations.
Temptations. You talking about the Four Tops. You talking about Smokey
and
Robinson
let's not even
and
get
the
on the
Miracles.
gospel sector.
Yeah,
The
that's
Clark
not even,
sisters, the
right.
Winans,
Oh my God.
Commission.
Right.
Let's not even talk about
Let's
the
not even
gospel
talk
sector.
about that.
You know what I
Detroit
mean?
just breathes because Detroit is such a city of hard-working people.
Absolutely.
It just breeds talent.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of talent comes from oppression. Like I was telling somebody the other day, it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? Hip hop couldn't have started nowhere else but the Bronx. Because the Bronx was that much of an oppressed society at the time that we had to find something. And the same thing with Detroit. You got, you know, people that was working in the automobile industry.
Yeah.
I got a lot of cousins in Flint, son. I'm deep in Flint.
Man, listen.
Deep in Flint.
And that's the thing. Everybody always said if I can move up north. And that was the
Right.
thing. Work for the plant.
Right.
GM, Ford, Chrysler, the big three. You know what I mean? If you can get in there and make bread, the crazy thing is, what the world don't know is that I was actually working at the plant
Get
when
the
I got
fuck
the
outta
call
here.
to do the 4.
Okay.
You know, it was like, you know, we need somebody from Detroit. The show was already casted, bro. You know what I mean? And a producer at DM me, because I had a song going on the radio in Detroit and Chicago, so I was already buzzing in the city and basically in the cities around Detroit. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, you know, if somebody DMs you and you're not following them, it'll just sit there, right?
That's right.
So one of the producers had already DM'd me like, yo, we interested in having you on the 4. So it had sat there for 60 days. It was a producer named Carlos King who had ended up calling me like, yo, one of the producers from the 4 said they emailed you or DM'd you like 2 months ago. I'm like, oh, I don't follow them, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's like, well, they already casted the show. And I said, well, you ain't got your star, bro. He was like, what? I said, you ain't got your star. He said, you actually sitting here on speakerphone. You know that, right? Lorianne Gibson was in the room. Mario Winans.
Shout out to Lorianne. I know all of them
Harrell.
motherfuckers.
And they
Rest
said,
in
we
peace
like
to
this
Dre,
guy.
man. Rest in peace to
Mr.
Dre.
Harrell. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. My
One
dude.
of the greatest
Absolutely.
of all times.
I tried to
man.
pull the biggest sham on Andre Harrell ever, my nigga.
Wow.
Mary J. Blige had been in my house with one of my homegirls, and she sang in my house. I gave Mary every number I fucking had, everything, because I knew that she had that old soul, that it
Yeah.
was different. Right? So she said, nah, my uncle gave my demo that I did in the mall to Andre Harrell. So I tried to call Andre and tell the nigga that Mary was signing me. He told me, get the fuck out of here. He said, I've been had her in the studio for 4 months now, nigga. Get
Man.
the fuck.
Andre Harrell was
Yo,
one
he
of
was
the
the
last
greatest,
realest.
man.
He
One of
was
the
a real.
realest, yo, for real.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Drake.
So, I mean, make a long story short, man, I flew in and they said, can you sit in the video singing? I said, no. Y'all want to hear me sing? Fly me in.
Wow. This arrogant motherfucker right here. I love this dude, man.
And it's really not arrogance, it's just confidence. I
That's
know what
that
I can
Detroit
bring.
shit, nigga.
It's that Detroit shit.
I fuck with Derek
I
Coleman.
said,
I fuck
man,
with Jalen
that's
Rose.
That's
I fuck
Coleman?
with Money Mike and
Absolutely.
all them real niggas
Absolutely.
in Detroit. The
Absolutely.
Detroit niggas is arrogant. You know, I used to. City Slickers used to call me when they got gators in.
Off
Nigga.
Broadway.
You know what I'm talking
My
about right
God.
now.
You know Henry
yes,
the
sir.
Hatter then.
Yes, sir.
Henry the Hatter right up the
Absolutely.
street. Absolutely,
They used
my
to
boy.
call me to come get my gators. Nigga, I used to have to bring a baby pool and fill it with water because my gators was too fresh. I couldn't put it in the luggage. Fish bowls is the first time I ever had alligator. Nigga, I know Detroit.
You know Detroit.
Every
Greektown.
summer, Fox
Yes, sir.
Theater, Greektown, all that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
fuck with niggas in Detroit like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Maserati Rick and all them niggas back in the days, my
You
nigga.
fam then.
Yes, sir.
Man, we might
Yes,
as well
sir.
just
Because
come
when
on
they
and-
told me you was from Detroit, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, bring homie through.
Absolutely.
Because it's a different mentality.
It's a different mentality, man.
Detroit is a smaller type of mentality like New York. You hustle hard, you get your shit, you get it the way you get it.
We earn it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We earn it to the point where we get it out the mud.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to the point where when we get in the door, that's all we need. You ain't
That's
got to
all
put
you
our
need.
name on the list. Just
Crack
tell us
that
where the
motherfucker.
party is. We gonna show up and get in
Crack
that
the
bitch.
door.
You know what I mean?
When did you know, at what age did you know that you wanted to sing? How did you know? Because I'm always interested in knowing, how do a singer know they can sing?
I knew at 7 years old that I wanted to sing. My mother was over a 100 voice choir at the time in church. And I was the youngest singing in the choir. You know what I mean? This is like a young adult and adult choir.
Right.
And I'm the youngest singing in the choir, but I could sing. I was in the choir singing because my mom was the director.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she put me up to sing at the Christmas program. Some guy didn't show up because he was sick. So she told me to learn the song. I've been learning the song just in case, you know what I mean? And I had to sing the solo for it. And I knew that night, after I saw how I could move a crowd, and then after church, when all the ladies started grabbing my cheeks and the mother started putting the 20 in your hand, God bless you, brother, and
Right.
putting the 20 like she's shaking
Yeah, a couple
your
of
hand.
peppermints
I
and
said, oh
shit like
shit,
that.
this is what I want to do for my life, bro.
Right.
This is what I want to do. So, you know, perfected my craft, brother. You know?
Yeah. Learning and watching. Because why
Learning
do
and
all the
watching.
best singers come out of church, man? And how do they feel when you decide to do secular music?
Oh man, the best singers and the best musicians come out of church.
Absolutely.
From Kelly Price.
Yes.
To Carl Thomas.
Yes.
I mean, the list goes on, you know.
Yeah.
Zaytoven, one of the greatest producers. But what I respect about him is
He still goes to church every
he still
Sunday.
played the organ
Yes.
at church.
I interviewed Zaytoven. Now that we viral, now we doing video, you gotta
Yeah.
come sit in the chair, bro.
Yeah.
But when I had my audio portion with Zaytoven, y'all can go back and find it. He still plays organ in the church every single
Sunday.
Shout
You
out to
talking
him.
about somebody who went platinum off the Gucci records and
Yes.
everything. And I salute stuff like that. You
Right.
know what I mean? But I mean, the greatest musicians and singers just come out the church. And I think because
Now you look
like
at
I
Aaron
said-
Hall. Aaron Hall came out to church.
Bro.
Charlie Wilson came out
Bro.
to church.
And these are the ones, you just give them a mic no matter where they are.
Right.
You ain't got to hook up the auto-tune box and all that. When you're doing the live interviews this day and age,
Right.
the artists don't want to sing.
They don't wanna sing.
Sing on the spot. No, you know why? Because they don't sound like the record.
Wow.
You put one of these church niggas.
Smoking mirrors, bro.
Smoking mirrors, bruh.
Smoking mirrors is a motherfucker.
You know what
right
I mean?
now.
Without the gimmick, without your background
That's what I
dancers
said
here.
about MCs, man.
Stand
Like,
flat-footed
I
sing.
come up on a time when an MC was in a spot. If you didn't play his record, he'd be like, yo, let me see the mic. Right? And that's what a real singer does. A real
Yeah.
singer sings. Me and Jay Hud has been cool for a long time. And she said that to me. She said, Ed, I was on the Disney cruise singing because I just love to sing. Real singers sing. That's
Absolutely.
it.
And what I love about J Hood is her story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I looked at. She didn't win American Idol.
No, she surely did not. She
But
did not
she
win
had the
that shit.
platform. Fantasia actually won.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And Fantasia's doing her thing.
Yeah, Fantasia's
But
amazing.
J Hud got the Oscar, the Grammy, her own. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I tell people, I just went and spoke at Morehouse the other day talking to kids, and the crazy thing is, I tell people like, no equals new opportunity to me. To the point where, listen, you can
Look
tell
at that
me
camera and say that shit again, bro.
no equals new opportunity.
Put that in your pocket.
No also equals what? On backwards.
Right.
So you told me no, but guess what? I'm still on. You know what I mean? Diddy told me no, but guess what? Where did it take me? Because had he told me yes and I won the show, I'd probably be stuck in a badass contract. Let's just keep it a buck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Them
And
contracts is fucked up.
man.
Y'all need to do better with them contracts, man.
Do better, man.
Right. Them
Do
contracts is fucked up. So now you're independent, you're doing your own thing. You're black round?
No,
No more.
no more.
Okay.
I got in and got the fuck out. I got it and got
There's
the
too
fuck
much.
out.
There's too much fever going on Black Ground, especially
listen.
with that Survivor
That
R.
whole
Kelly
R.
Part
Kelly
3.
shit,
God
man.
damn.
Nah.
Barry Hankinson, you looking bad right now, but you will have an opportunity to sit in that chair and tell your story, motherfucker.
And you know what? God bless Barry. I appreciate the opportunity. However, no.
Okay.
No. I was making way more noise independently.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is that the way to go for artists right now, independent?
Well, I say create the leverage. You know what I mean? I'm not against majors at all. However, create the leverage. I'm not signing to a deal as just an artist. You're gonna have to give my company a JV or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but you have to create the leverage. You know what I mean? So I got my own TV show, reality show coming out, went viral, got the numbers.
Tell us about the TV
mean?
show. Tell me about the TV show, my
man.
nigga.
So I was blessed to work with one of the greatest They call him the king of reality TV. He has Love and Marriage Huntsville right now. He used to be one of the producers of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Marriage DC. Carlos King.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Los, what up, bro?
My guy. You know, he's from Detroit, too.
Yeah, I know Los.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy, Los. Stop fucking around, man.
We had talked, a minute ago because actually Carlos casted me on the 4.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm real good friends with his sister, Jazzy Bell. Shout out to Jazzy. But the thing is that we had talked about, I was like, yo, should I do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? He said, nah. If you're going to go back on TV, your story has to be told correctly. You know what I mean? He said, embrace growing up in the church, being a PK, things in that nature. So
you're a PK?
I am.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Pops or moms?
Both.
Wow.
Both. Yeah, my mom's an evangelist, dad's a pastor and reverend. Brother's a pastor and a doctor. I'm the rebel.
So they was all good with you going secular?
My mom was sneaking to my shows, but my dad was just saying, what does it cost a man to gain the whole wide world and lose his soul?
Oh, he's
and when I told him I was moving to Atlanta, he said, oh, you moving to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Wow.
Cut me off.
Hurting you.
You know what I mean?
Right.
However, man, I got to take my own journey, man.
That's right. Your journey is not your parents' journey.
At all.
And as parents, we can't live our lives vicariously through our children. That's wrong.
Absolutely. So I'm on a show called Groaning Gospel.
Wow.
Comes out in March.
Okay.
Actually, March 16th on WeTV. And it's Tasha, Paige, Lockhart from Sunday's Best is on there. Dorinda Clark Cole's daughter from the Clark sisters, Nikki Cole. Fred Hammond's daughter.
The Clark sisters.
Yes, sir.
Bruh.
Yes, sir.
The Clark sisters are so amazing. I remember the Clark sisters had a song they used to play in the discotheques.
You brought the sunshine.
You already know what I'm saying.
Man, I already know,
the
my
Clark
guy.
sisters are so amazing.
Yes.
They used to play their stuff in a regular ass club.
Yes.
That's how incredible the
Yes,
Clark sisters are.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think they were the first gospel group that actually crossed over.
Crossed over crazy.
You know what I mean? Crossed over like
now
crazy.
it's every day. Now
Oh, yeah.
you're like Mary,
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
They cross over like immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so
Would you ever do a gospel album? Is that in your future?
It's in the future. I'll do a gospel record. Absolutely. I'll do a gospel. I just actually recorded a gospel record the other day that I'm working on for syncing for a Tyler Perry movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I know I need to go ahead and get it out there, but I'm a party boy, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I still love God.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the crazy thing is Groaning Gospel is really just talking about the kids of gospel legends and pastors.
Right.
You know what I mean? And how we're expected to walk this straight line, and we're doing our own thing. We're creating our own path.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And gospel music has changed.
It has.
It has changed over the years, man.
It has.
You know
Actually,
what I mean?
some of us R&B niggas is living holier lives in the gospel.
You ain't lying. Because when I was growing up, the nasty bitches was in the church. The pastor's daughter was fucking. I don't know what y'all talking about.
They still there.
Listen, I want y'all to
they
throw the
still
shit
say
at me.
PKs is the worst ones. I don't know why.
Yeah, y'all are. PKs
they-
are the worst ones, man.
They still there. You know what I mean? But so that show, man, and I'm pushing the. I'm dropping the EP with that called The Book of Eli.
Right.
Yeah, The Book of Eli.
The Book of Eli.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that.
Basically just telling my journey, you know what I mean? And just, I'm dropping that along with the show, man. It's been a long time in the making, but I just believe in timing, You can be doing the right thing, but at the wrong time sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just having
And everything,
to line
Eli,
up.
everything don't happen for everybody at the time that they think it's going to happen. It happens at God's time.
Yep, right there. You just said something, man.
Yeah, it does,
Absolutely.
man, because I was like 24 going on 25 when I got you on TV Raps. I wasn't no spring chicken.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But I thank God that it happened at that time because I had already had a business mindset.
Absolutely.
If I was 18, 17, they would have ripped me.
A lot of times when we think we're ready, we're not.
We're not. It's in God's time, bro.
Absolutely.
It's in God's time. When is this new project coming out, brother?
March.
March.
Let me ask my manager, Gabby, when is it coming out?
Look, Gabby, I don't want to be on. Fuck
Be
that, Gabby. You know
also
how
ready.
we do over here. We shoot behind the scenes. We shoot all the shit. When's it coming out, Gabby? Stop playing.
I didn't mean to put her on the spot, but yeah, we're looking at March,
Okay.
early spring.
And we'll be
Absolutely.
looking out for it, man.
Absolutely.
Y'all give it up for my man, Elijah
Man.
Connor, man. Give it up for him, man. Pleasure having you.
Man,
Pleasure meeting you,
listen,
brother.
man,
Come
I'm-
on, brother.
I'm
This is what we
glad
do.
to be on, man.
Yeah.
You're a legend, bro.
Come on, man.
You're a legend.
You're a
I'm
legend in
glad
the
to be
making,
on
my
the-
brother.
Glad to be here,
This is
man.
what we do, y'all.
Absolutely.
This is Come On Son, the podcast. Elijah Connor on here. What up, y'all? This is Ed Lover. Did you enjoy the show? Did you enjoy it? Well, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to comment, always feel free to comment. But if you comment something that I don't like, come on, son. I'm going to get at you. I'm telling you right now. Y'all keep God first. Everything else will fall into place. I'll talk at you, with you, to you, and about you next Thursday. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, get yourself a come on, son sign. Till the next time we ride together, slide together, laugh out loud together. Ed Lover saying God bless each and every one of y'all, and thank y'all for checking us out. Until next time, come on, son.
Raphael on the track.